All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Jeff Tidwell included. This is Seattle Pandemonium Shutdown, day 165 by my count. And, oh boy, are things spicy. And I mean, it's zesty out here. Like, it's hot. It's hotter than hell. It's kind of nice, though. I don't mind it. It can stick around for another month or two if we could get it. It'd be nice. We managed to get through without crazy wildfires this year. Can't say the same about California. Just a quick observation. California, I thought I saw it has like 13 separate wildfires burning, and not enough crews to put it out, and they have rolling blackouts. Their energy grid is failing. And then you wonder why people like Joe Rogan just decide to step out. I'm out. I'm done. Similar vibe out here, not gonna lie. We still have our electricity, but similar vibe. So what happened last night? So talk about spicy. Politics just keeps right on rolling in this year of our Lord 2020. What happened last night? The DNC was some kind of abortion, which is ironic, I suppose. I didn't watch it, but I watched people meme about it, and oh boy, did it look like a disaster. You had a pre-recorded message from Michelle Obama that didn't even give a nod to Kamala Harris because it was recorded before they even selected her. This is just such a shit show. I can't even believe this is really happening. And then there's this bizarre music video where Billy Porter sings, what is that, Buffalo Springfield? Something happening in here. But it was like bizarre, and he's wearing like a half a dress or something, and it's just like, what in the world are you showing me? Why is this happening to us? Because that's what the programmers thought was gonna be hot content. I don't know. I can't see what I want to say is normal people finding this kind of stuff appealing. It's very strange. What else? Well, Susan B. Anthony, of course, she has to be canceled because in her era, she was fighting for the rights of women to vote, and then people wanted to give it to black people, and she was like opposed to that. But was it that it was the 13th Amendment, and then when they passed the 15th Amendment, she thought that was a bad thing. Well, okay, I mean, people are mad, but it's like, well, she got women the right to vote. I mean, she's progressive for her era. I mean, it was the 1860s, right? I mean, you get killed for saying a kind word about like Negroes in America. Or women, like women voting. A woman would get hit for saying something like that. So it was progressive for their era, man. I mean, it's like the founding fathers. Like, they were like, let's give all these people liberty, and never really been tried before. They didn't give it to everybody, but they gave it to a lot more people than had ever really happened before. It just, I don't know what to tell you, man. The world used to be a shittier place, and then we made it a better place, and now everyone's mad that the world used to be a shitty place and we made it a better place. I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with everybody being mad. So why did Susan B. Anthony come up? Because Trump issued her a pardon. Now, posthumous pardon, as kind of stupid as it could possibly be, is a form of like, it's I guess a way of acknowledging history. So she was arrested and charged with voter fraud, I think, because she secretly voted even though she was a lady, and we didn't allow ladies to do that at the time. Oh yeah, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Yeah, crossing Aurora Avenue around rush hour, not at a crosswalk. Wonderful. Anyways, Trump pardoned her, and now the thing that happens anytime Trump does something, the libs have to freak out and make it a bad thing no matter what it is. I mean, we allow women to vote now, so the charges should be dropped or whatever. She should be pardoned or whatever. As symbolic and pointless and dumb as it is, when everyone was expecting, Ross Ulbricht or maybe Julian Assange or one of the Trump guys that got locked up, like what, General Flynn or whatever, or no, not Flynn, Michael Cohen, maybe, but they were like beefing, right? I don't know. Anyways, you shouldn't listen to me about these things. I barely know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the politics just rolls on. Like, do you have to keep going full lib like that? Like, Susan B. Anthony was racist, this is somehow a bad thing. Just shut up, God in heaven. Like, the only reason you're talking about it is because Trump did a thing. Like, you live like this? My God. Oh yeah, Clinton. Thanks, Jeff. The Clinton-Epstein thing rolls on as well. Like, so he's supposed to give a speech at, I believe, the DNC, Bill Clinton, not Epstein, of course. He is unavailable for comment. And there's just so much connection going on here between Clinton and Epstein. Like, there's a new picture emerged of this young lady giving him like a back massage. And the thing is that my understanding is that the woman in the picture is like 22 years old. So somewhat scandalous because, you know, clearly not Hillary. But people get massages and things. Okay, fine. Do I think it's creepy for Bill Clinton to be getting a massage from a woman like a quarter of his age, or well, maybe a third of his age at the time? A little bit, but hey, don't hate the player, hate the game, am I right? Now, at the same time, the scandal is that she was groomed by Epstein from before she was of age. I think that's the scandal, right? And this is part of the whole trafficking thing and the pedophile island and the Lolita Express, as they call it. Now, to confirm the ages of these girls, and I assume young men were probably trafficked as well. We just aren't really talking about that. Maybe they weren't. I just sort of assume that it's kind of a mixed bag in there. I mean, not every rich, influential person is straight, right? But anyways, that's speculation. I believe that's the scandal, is, of course, the girls might age out at some point, but they get started at an underage age because I guess just a fact of life is that older men just crave younger women, and some men just go younger than others until you get to dangerous territory, and I'm just going to stop talking. But yeah, but no one will go down off of it. I mean, no one's gonna take a fall for this. I mean, that's why Epstein killed himself. That's why Epstein is dead. Let's put it that way. Ghislaine Maxwell, however you say her name. I'm not saying she's gonna get got. I'm saying you should go. You're a Lyft driver. You drive professionally. Go. Because it just isn't how this works. Like, on the one hand, this might just be all kind of smoke and mirrors and imagination. Like, yeah, maybe there were young girls and maybe they weren't illegal. Maybe they are all legally bound with some crazy, like, non-disclosure agreements that are, like, ironclad. Maybe they're all killed or something. Because, like, where are all these other girls? Like, where are all the girls that were trafficked to the island? Right? Now, I'm not trying to be a denialist here. It's fucking creepy having a weird Masonic temple thing on your private island, and there's like it looked like there was a cave entrance or something. Like, there's some wacky shit going on there. And they did roll Epstein down in Florida, right? For having sex with some underage girls. So he has the proclivity, he has the resources, he has the connections to get out of trouble, which is, again, this is why these powerful people never get held to account, because it doesn't work the way that you think it works. It doesn't work like, hey, we have evidence, there it is, perp walk. Like, that's just not how it works. Look what they had to do with Epstein. Like, did he like serve time and then like got out and then got caught again later is the idea? I mean, years and years that people knew this was going on, right? And then Clinton allegedly flew on the Lolita Express like multiple times. So you either have, and without the Secret Service is my understanding. Come on. I mean, come on. And even if Clinton didn't diddle any young ladies, there's still a kind of ongoing personal relationship with the guy who is diddling young girls, and allegedly, this is the insinuation, I think, is setting other rich, influential people up with young ladies in order to blackmail them. So if you go back, I'd have to double check this, but this was the reporting from back when they raided his mansion in New York City, right? They said that they had a safe, and in the safe were videotapes with people's name plus young girl's name. It's like dude with Tiffany, dude with Ashley. Now, someone else pointed this out. I don't know if this is this is possibly a component here, is he hooked dudes up with young-looking girls that he said were underage after the fact, and then said, hey, I've got blackmail on you. They weren't really underage, but they don't know that. So now they just know that there's a sex tape of them allegedly with an underage girl, so now they're going to do whatever Epstein wanted. That's some spicy blackmail right there. Now, they could really be underage, too, in which case that's also a crime. But hey, do we really know this stuff yet? Like, we know that he had the island. We know that Clinton went there because we have the flight logs. And then we have accusations that there were young women trafficked and groomed, essentially, right? But Ghislaine Maxwell's not going to be punished for any of this stuff, right? Like, I just don't. It just doesn't seem to be the way that it works, which is why Epstein is not alive right now. Why does it feel like everybody's driving really slow? Why are we not going the speed limit? This is weird. Why are you hitting the brakes? There's no one in front of you. Go. Ugh. Alright, well, I think I'm all out of content for today. Yeah. See, you have the two kind of overlapping narratives. The Weinstein thing, where he was just exploiting young women in order to give them movie roles. He'd get his kickback of, being able to be a creepy, gross dude having sex with them. Then you have the Epstein thing, and now these kind of overlap in terms of there's connections between both of them and the Clintons, for example. People kind of overplay the connection to Trump. Like, I think they kind of try to downplay it, but my understanding is they did kick Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for hitting on an underage girl. They're like, yeah, you're out, dude. But the Epstein thing, I think, is more suspicious because it's even more suspicious than the Weinstein stuff because it's the money and the connections and the power involved is even more so than Weinstein. And it's kind of that, I think it's kind of that invisible money. It's the kind of rich that isn't like Trump, you don't necessarily know who these people are by name, They work for giant hedge funds and all this stuff. But there's certainly shenanigans going on. And the way that Epstein, he either killed himself because he knew it was coming, or whoever had him killed because they knew what might happen if he spilled the beans. I mean, either way, it is suspicious as hell, and it is like, again, one of these kind of institutional failures that just doesn't sit right. It shouldn't sit right with the public. Like, there's weird shenanigans going on here, and we need to figure out what it is. Sign flipper guy. At least sign flipper guy still has a job, and he's socially distanced as well. All right, that's enough for me for one day. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye.